G2 need to rebuild their roster. And I am saying this as a long time G2 fan. And I'm saying this because their fucking results are not looking good. Like, they lost at map 2-13 against a tier 3 NA squad. Pretty much just relying on Monassi. And he's the only player where he's able to get consistent results game after game. And even then, those results are slowing down a lot because he's getting frustrated with his fucking team as much as anyone else. NiKo is past his heyday at this point. He's not as good as he was in fucking 2017, 2018. He's not very good anymore. He is getting too old for this shit. He's a fucking egotistical cunt. He just doesn't have a mental to be a good player anymore. He gets tilted so fucking quickly, and it pretty much means G2's gonna lose that fucking map. Hunter Nexa should have never been on a tier 1 team in the first place either. Nexa shouldn't be on a team in fucking general. Both of them are only there because NiKo likes to get his fucking way. And Hooks is an RGL, you don't expect great fucking KD ratios. But in my personal opinion, he does give good calls most of the time. And a few times he doesn't, it's because NiKo being a toxic cunt. So again, a good RGL is basically impossible anyway. There's so few of them, and it's most of the good ones do not want to leave a team they're on. So here's my ideal roster for G2 before next season starts. They should have let NiKo walk when he was threatening to walk, instead of letting him get his fucking way and add fucking Nexa to a team. And they should have gone Dong to replace him. They had the fucking opportunity to get Dong before he fucking won Kato, and it would have been so fucking cheap. And instead, they fucking added Nexa to a team and kept NiKo. They should have let NiKo gone. It would have been much better for the team in general. Hey, they could still get Dong. He would be much more expensive than he would have been back before Kato, but he would not quite Monassi numbers, you know. He's a rifler, so it'd probably be about 400, 500k instead of 600. But it's still G2's big all, they can fucking afford it. Price is greatly dependent on how well Donk does leading up to a Shanghai Major and how well he does in the Shanghai Major. They wanted to rebuild after. Only real issue is that Donk doesn't speak great English, which is very important for an international roster. But to make it a CIS roster, which I doubt they would do, so they would have to teach Donk English, but that would still be worth it. They should keep Monassi. Already invested so much money into him as a player and just buying him out in the first place. And Monassi is pretty much guaranteed to be the best player in the world by the time he's 25. If not, by the time he's 20. What he needs is just a better team surrounding him, which he doesn't have at the moment. I would then place Hunter with Axel from Cloud9. Axel has a lot of the same issues as Monassi, in the fact he's surrounded by a team which is not really keeping up with his level of play, other than Hobbit, especially after losing Shiro, which was a massive blow to Cloud9 as an organisation. And while they sort of recovered during the major, it wasn't enough. And Axel deserves a team to flourish on, which isn't Cloud9. He's one of the better riflers at the moment, and he'll be pleased to get. Cloud9 is doing some weird fucking things with the roster at the moment, so yeah, pick him up now. God, I fucking hate Nexa so much. I have no idea why they brought him back to fucking G2. I do, it's fucking NiKo, innit? Nexa was shit in 2019, and he is shit now. Every so often he gets an impressive clutch, and then he plays the fucking worst CS you've ever seen. You replace him with a fucking aborted fetus, and the team will play a million times better. You could pluck any tier 3 player, and would play a million times better. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. G2 should sign Cypher. No, a guy who's able to drag a shitty team through to top 8 in the 2023 major. Currently playing for Bleed? No, a team with Kassad as a fucking coach. This should be the only notable thing I know about Bleed. And he for some reason wasn't picked up for any tier 1 team after our major. Don't say fucking TSM in my comments. I know you picked up a TSM, but TSM was never a tier 1 team. And I think he deserves to play for a tier 1 team. Cypher isn't a Monassi or Dong type generational talent, but he's still talented, and I would like to see how he perform on a actually good team. And finally, I'm just going to keep Hooksy. As much shit as I talk about him, he's still a pretty good IGL. Bad player, but a good IGL. It's not like there's a lot of good IGLs currently, and the ones where there are, they're not willing to leave their teams. Karrigan is nearly 40, and he is the best IGL at the moment in the world, but he's not going to leave FaZe anytime soon. Aleskibi has already been on G2, and that didn't exactly go well last time, so I don't think he's going to come back, especially after he won a major. Apex is French and I don't like him. The only two current IGLs that I think would seriously join G2 are Device and Suri. There will be a bit of conflict with Device, as he's an AWPer, but I'm sure Device will naturally settle back into a rifler role as he gets older and as he gets more used to being at RGL. But Device is insisting on being on a sinking ship that is Astralis in 2024. And then there's Suri, which a lot of people don't like, which I don't get a hate personally. I think he's doing pretty well with Mouse at the moment, but he is the youngest RGL in the league. So naturally there's a lot of doubt, and he would be really easy to get, as Mouse is nothing but a developmental roster disguised as a pro team. So the best options would be Huxley, Suri, or Device. It's just easier to keep Huxley. If Huxley doesn't get along with a new team, switch him out, easy enough. So the final team would be m0NESY, Donk, Axel, Cypher, and Huxley, with Huxley possibly being replaced by Suri or Device down the line.